Hey everybody, what's up? This is me, Insanity, for Echo Asylum here with the lead singer of the Veer Union, Crispin. How's it going, man?
Doing really well, man. Thanks.
So cool. Yeah, we had a chance to talk before the interview. I get to hear all the juicy stuff that you can't tell the fans, but that's always cool. So I want to thank you for your time here and being with us here today for Echo Asylum. And first question I got for you, I'll start it right off here. Divide the Blackened Sky has been out for about 2.5 years now. How long do you guys plan on keeping the touring cycle up before you actually sit down and try to record another album?
Well, that's actually a perfect question. We actually have we're out on tour with Trapped right now, and we've got a couple of weeks left, and then we're actually heading straight back into the studio. And I'm actually in Nashville right now, and we actually just sat down and talked about plans for the next record with our manager, and some really, really exciting things coming up. And so, yeah, we're pretty much going to be going. We might take a couple of weeks off just to kind of decompress. But after that, we're going straight back into the studio, and there'll be definitely a new studio record coming out next year.
Hell yeah, man. So you guys are planning on, so it's almost like imminent. You guys are going on tour, then you guys plan on going to the studio. That's pretty cool. So it's been quite some time. I know it's hard to get in there I don't see how bands can do like every year, like go in there every year or year and a half and record. It's like, that would seem very, very tolling and taxing on everybody mentally, I think. So.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, it is taxing, but at the same time, it's, I think the biggest thing for us is it's just the fact that it's like, you might take a week or two off and kind of go, well, I really need to decompress. But after that, being a musician, it's like a sickness. Like you just, especially being a creative person. I love being in the studio and I love creating. So,
that's awesome.
But the first thing I want to do is when we're finished the records, I want to get back out on tour. So, this tour cycle has been really, really awesome for us. And we've met a lot of, new fans and connected with our old fans. And it's been a really great experience. And, having new members of the band, and it's just been a really, really good time. But I'm really looking forward to getting back into the studio. I've already written probably 20 or 30 songs. So. Oh,
awesome. Well, you beat me to my next question, man. You're moving ahead now. You cheater. Did you look at what I wrote down, you asshole? No. That's cool, man. No, that's all good. 2030 to 2030. Now what's I'll come up with another question then, since you stole mine. No, how's the process go when you guys go in the studio? Like, you have a pool of 20 or 30. Who comes up with the factors of what's going to go on the album and what's not?
Well, I mean, right now, I can't divulge 100% this information, but this next record that we're working on is going to be, it's going to be a bit of a concept record. And, I can tell you this much. It doesn't look like it's going to be an EP.
Okay.
We were going to do a part 2 to the EP that we just did, but considering I've been writing so much and I have so many new songs, I don't think that that's going to be. So that's the information I'll give to you, that nobody else has got that information yet.
Well, there you go then. I feel very privileged, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. We've bonded, man. We've done bonded. That's awesome, dude. I like bonding with you musicians, man. That's cool.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you, now you said touring now. Are you guys, what are your plans for the rest of the, I guess you already kind of answered that question, but your plans, you just said plans for touring, and everybody's blowing up my phone. Sorry. Every time I get a damn interview, it's like everybody tries to blow up my phone and shit.
No problem, man. No problem.
So I'll skip that one here. Now, let me ask you, of the people you've toured with, because I know you've been touring with like Righteous Vendetta and Black Light District and Trapped and everything like that. Who's the craziest, wildest bunch that gets into a bunch of damn trouble on tour? Who's like the most outlandish band you guys have been on tour with lately?
I would say that I wouldn't say that they're crazy, crazy party people, but let's put it this way. By themselves, they like to drink and they like to party, and by ourselves, we like to drink and we like to party, which is a band called Butters from the Fire that are kind of
oh, dude, those are my boys, man. I love those dudes. Man. Elliot and Mike,
awesome
dude.
Guys. Oh yeah, awesome dudes.
Yeah,
I would definitely say that more so when our bands get together, there's trouble.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to hit up Elliot and be like, "Oh man, Crispin said you're a troublemaker, man."
Elliot, he always gives me crap every single time we're standing by the bar, and he's like, "Come on, let's do a shot." And I'll be like, "No, man, I'll be right back. We'll do a shot in 2 minutes." And then he'd be like, he gives me that look like, "What do you mean in 2 minutes?" And the next thing you know, it gets ugly.
Oh man, see, I can imagine that, man, and I'm sure Mike does nothing to help out either. He's just
no, they're all bad.
He's probably the antagonist. Like, do it, come on, Elliot, don't be a pussy, do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's awesome, man.
Love those guys, man. Those guys are awesome.
They're awesome. I actually saw them at Gig It Fest because I know they were on tour with you guys in Trap, but I actually met those dudes at Rock on the Range. I've been talking with Elliot, since Rock on the Range, and I was surprised because Mike actually remembered me. I was like, no shit, dude, Mike remembered who I was, so that was awesome. Pretty cool, man. And I got to meet the rest of your band. I don't know, you were like hiding from me or something. I didn't get to see you at the Gig It Fest, but you were there somewhere. Yeah, it was all scattered. It was all like crazy, and nobody really knew what was going on. But it was a good shit though, and it was hot.
It was very hot. Yeah,
very very hot, man. So let me ask you this, man. Who are your influences personally? Like if I can say so myself, when I first heard Seasons and some of your songs, they kind of remind me. You kind of have the LJ sound, from Seven Dust. Your voice kind of the raspiness and that kind of heart, the melody, the vocal melody you got in your voice. You kind of remind me of LJ, but who's your biggest influences vocally?
Vocally, jeez. I mean, probably growing up, I'd probably say maybe it's going to sound really funny because they're very different bands, but I can't even necessarily say vocally, but I will definitely say my biggest influences growing up musically was probably Led Zeppelin, probably Soundgarden, Living Colour, Lenny Kravitz. It's been right across the board, but I mean, I listened to a lot of R&B as well growing up, so it's been right across the board. I love so many different types of music. I mean, even I'd go as far as to say Depeche Mode and The Cure. Like I love so many different types of music from different times and different genres.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, you got to be diversified,
Yeah, for sure.
Diversify, brother. Diversify.
Yeah,
that's cool, man. Yeah, man, that's cool. And I mean, it's really nice that you get all those kind of styles. Is there any chance for a Crispin like breakout solo vocally, like singing some Brian McKnight? Any kind of plans for that? Like,
like Brian McKnight, probably not. But I do definitely have. I actually am working on a solo record right now that I plan on. Between making the next TVU record, I'm hoping to sneak some time into the studio to make that solo record as well.
Awesome.
So, lots of new music. I've written so many new songs. So, I'm really excited to just get into the studio and make it happen.
Yeah, dude, I love creative people like you, man. You're creative and you never stop. That's kind of like me. It's like, why don't, you got a band and then you're like, oh, I want to do another project. And it's just like, you never have enough to do. And I dig that, man.
Yeah.
That's the way I am. I guess, brilliant minds think alike, brother.
Absolutely, man. It always seems kind of like time is definitely the hardest thing in the equation. It just never seems to be enough time.
Well, you have enough time, but then you never sleep. So it's like, then you get cranky and people are like, why are you an asshole? They're like, cause I never sleep because I'm doing 50 million things, right?
Exactly.
That's how it goes, man. It's a mother, dude. I tell you, it's rough business, but we love our music, so I guess that's why we do it. Otherwise, what the fuck is there? I guess, right?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So let me ask you this, man. I'm sure you're aware because I know they play you on Octane a lot, and there's a lot of good bands coming out. There's a good class of bands just a ton of them out there. Who do you think? Who's your favorite upcoming band? Like these bands that are out now, like. You got got Islander, you got Nothing More, you got Gemini Syndrome, you got Starset, things like that. Who's your favorite? Of the new breed of rock and metal, I should say. Who's your favorite band?
It's interesting because I think you named 3 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely. Literally, I'm in Nashville, like I said, right now, and I actually just went to go see Nothing More and love that band.
They're band.
Awesome. Great band, great songs, great live performance, and also Gemini Syndrome. Before they had actually even hit radio, I had a couple of friends that kind of snuck me a couple of sneak peeks of that band's new music, and that band is unbelievable on record and unbelievable live. And
yeah, dude. Yeah, I've seen them twice now, so they're awesome.
for sure. And then Islander is definitely just a little bit off the beaten path, and really love that band because it's a little bit different, and as well as I guess the other one I would definitely say is Bring Me the Horizon. I really love that band as well.
That's one of those bands that, like, it's almost like a, you know, an old school Limp Bizkit. Either people love them or they fucking can't stand them. I noticed that about them. They're like the people. Some people say, "Oh, those are the whiny UK kids." I'm like, some of their music's good. They're just a little bit awkward though. But
I mean, I've seen their live performance, and I can see how they could rub people the wrong way. But I mean, that's part of playing in a rock band these days. I mean, you don't want to appease everybody. I mean, you got to come out and be full of piss and vinegar. That's what rock is. That's what started rock and roll. So
that's what you bring.
That's what I try. You know, honesty is one of the things that I think a lot of bands are missing these days. So, you know, if they're out there and they're showing it off exactly who they are, then, you know, all the power to them.
Hell yeah, man.
Love or hate it.
That's you too, man. And I don't want to say this off topic, but your vocals and your lyrics, dude. I mean, number one, I think that somebody has really pissed you off because some of the, you know, bitter end and stuff like that, and some of the other songs that kind of get the kind of like the bitterness, and you've been kind of screwed over by women, but then you got kind of positive messages too. I kind of dig everything you're doing. You kind of throw a lot in there, and it's a lot to kind of, I like, you know, singers and writers that make you kind of think, and it's not all just one subject. It kind of makes you, because you guys almost like tell a story, and that's hard to do as a musician, is tell a story throughout the album. That's what I feel from you guys. You guys have a real energy and a real kind of like ambience around your music, if that makes sense. That's what I dig about you guys, man. You guys are really, really cool, and you bring the energy, man. I'd love to see you guys live sometime.
Awesome, man. I really appreciate that, dude. That's very cool.
Hey, no problem, man. So I got two more for you. One from me, and then one from a guest interviewer here. So if you could collaborate with anyone, living or dead, who would it be and why?
Well, I would definitely say Chris Cornell as far as living, I don't know. I mean, dead, maybe Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. You're so predictable, dude.
My bad.
You just want to trip on that cool acid they were tripping on back then, right, man?
Of course.
Fucking acid trip, man.
Yes, for sure.
You seeing fucking flying cows and shit, and the clouds be talking to you, telling you to drive your car. That'd be crazy shit, man. All right, cool. So the last one, dude. Okay, so recently I interviewed Ryan McCombs of Soil. And he started this, so you're gonna continue this trend, brother. So he wanted me to, and I was kind of an asshole. I didn't let him pick another question, so he asked an asshole question. I told him he had to use that one. So I don't know if you've got a wife or girlfriend, but what's that one story you never told your wife or girlfriend?
That one story that.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Wow. Yeah, it's that story that I've never told anyone else either.
Well, there you go. Go ahead and share, man. We're sharing. We've already bonded. You share.
Not going to happen, bro.
No?
Not going to happen.
Oh, man. You got to keep me hanging, dude. That's all right.
Yeah, you know what? We've got this thing called road code, and, you know, you just stick with
it. Oh, gotcha.
But I can tell you this much. First and foremost, music has always been a passion of mine, and it hasn't changed since the time I was 10 years old. So, we're going to be making lots more new music, and in the future, I think that the next record is going to be, I think it's going to definitely turn a lot of heads, because it's going to be full of piss and vinegar, and it's going to be a little bit different than the stuff in the past, but at the same time, still the Veer Union. So I'm excited for people to check us out, and I appreciate you, taking the time out to interview us, and yeah, man.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I appreciate your time, and hopefully there'll be great things to come. If you guys are ever near, Knoxville, let me know so I can, I'll go and hang out, get maybe an in-person interview, get some pictures and stuff, man. So I do photography too, so that'd be pretty cool to come and hang out with you guys, man. You guys seem like really cool dudes, and then the other two people I think I met in the band were really, really awesome. We bullshitted for a little bit, so you missed out on the fun, man.
Oh man, we'll definitely, the next time we're in Knoxville, we'll catch up, and we'll do a couple of shots, and when I say a couple, I mean 10 to 15.
That's okay, as long as you agree to carry my drunk ass out to your bus, and don't draw no penises on my forehead. All right, that's cool.
No promises there either, dude.
All right, well, that's okay. I'll just have an interesting time explaining that to my daughter, but she'll be all right. She knows what I do.
Sounds good, brother.
All right, cool, man. Well, thank you for taking the time. This has been Insanity here with Crispin, the lead singer of the Veer Union, and we'll catch you next time there, rockers.